Hey, it's the normal player guy, and wow, we have some great news today. So it has just dropped. So of course, this is the part one easy A's. We still got part two and part three. Don't worry, but hey, part one, two standalone easy A's. That's a nice few 60 stones. So hey, we're gonna check this out. So we're gonna do this one. This is Super Vegito. Physical Super Vegito. Now, of all the category leads to come out, he is one of the few remaining ones to do it. Boy, is he a good one. Of course, we got the other one, which is STR Super Boo, but he's on the next video. So it'll be a kind of a quick video to go through it. So previously it was Margin Boo Saga, and it was 170% to attack, to HP and defense, and his attack was 130%. Previously, he still had his 50% damage from normal attacks only. And of course, he built up attack, which, I mean, when he first came out, yeah, solid. I mean, yeah, outside of support, there was no way he had any viable defense, even against a super attack. But yeah, for like normals, he was really great. However, in that sense, then he was outclassed by his actual damage reduction by 90% from the AGL version, right? But anyway, now we have a full 170% across the board. In terms of leader skill, this can be quite handy. Not many people might have the top tier leader skills. There are a bit of like overlap of like Battle of Wits and stuff like that where he can probably get that in. But yes, so he still receives. What's really great about this guy is he's just ramped up even more. So previously it was damage received from normal attacks 50%. Now it's 80. It's 80, and he does counters. Now this is normal attacks. I mean, this is like Tech God Goku kind of capability against his movie bosses and pure saiyans. But this is just flat out damage received from normal attacks, and normal attacks alone 80%. Dude, that's ridiculous. And he has built-in defense 150%. What are we looking at? Coming in at 55%, 9,500. So, not the greatest, really. I think purely because he has this basically, right? I mean, 80% from normal attacks. There's nothing he can withstand. There just isn't. And of course, I mean, with 69%, 11,000. Wow. So if you come in with just one dupe, you come in up to 11,000. That's huge. When you're talking about 11,000 defense with damage reduction of 80% on normals, that's ridiculous. With start of turn defense, that's ridiculous. Now, he still has built up attack. Instead of 10% up to 10 hits, it's 20% up to 120%. So that's only 6 hits. So you get there a little bit faster. You get a little bit extra, but you also get there a hell of a lot faster. Now, that's with each attack received. And don't forget, with each attack received, you're going to be building that chance for your crits. So you want to build with crits. Each one will do more and more and more damage. And ultimately, even if you don't crit, you probably will be able to do some moderate damage with this because like you're building up that attack. But that's the only way you're going to get any solid attack from this guy. Now he has a 30% chance built into critical hit. And that's fine. Okay, fine. So he has one key up to 3 and an additional defense 30 up to 90 and a chance to perform a critical hit from 10 up to 30 every time the character receives an attack 3 times in battle. All right, well, it takes you 6 attacks to be fully built up. That means that every 3 attacks, so every 6, you'll get up to 1 key, and you'll get an additional 30% defense and up to 20% chance to crit. 3 attacks, so that'll be twice. You get 2 key, 60%, and you get 20% chance to crit on top of this. So ultimately, he's quite good. So, and what's his super attack? Raises allies' defense by 30% for 1 turn. Nothing to himself. I mean, he's solid, right? Don't get me wrong. His attack will be meh because he has no start of turn attack, and that's the only thing he has. Speaking of attack, coming in at 55%, we have a respectable 15,000. Coming in with 1 dupe, we have 17,000, just over. So that's pretty powerful, right? So there's no doubt then that coming in with 1 dupe, if you pull him, he's going to be huge. That being said, the fact that he reduces damage from normal attacks by 80%, he has start of turn defense. Every 3rd attack, you get an additional 30% defense flat out, right? it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. He has 30% chance to crit. After you're fully built up, that's a 50% chance to crit. That's pretty powerful. Like, it basically, so what does he do, right? But the problem is, okay, so he has built-in chance to crit. So you go, okay, what about additionals? Well, it's not as if he does anything on this, right? It's not as if he raises his own attack and defense, or even just raises his own attack to help out for his crits. So that would leave dodge. So legitimately, you could just go full dodge. Additionals would mean would be nothing for this guy. And it's not as if, I mean, nothing that this here is attacks performed. It's all with attacks received. So additionals mean nothing for this guy. And again, crits would be irrelevant. So 100% pure dodge. But to be honest, imagine having like 20 dodge in this guy, or as best as you can, right? So that's like a 20% chance to dodge. And then you got 50% chance to crit. You have 80% reduction from normals. All you got to do is not get hit by a super attack, even type advantage. You still get crushed because he has this, which I mean, this would help. This possibly could prevent you from dying. But any event, anything, no matter how difficult, from the 7th anniversary or before, he's going to absolutely crush. This is an 8th anniversary unit with 8th anniversary kind of statistics and kind of passives. So any difficult event where this guy could have had some use, if only he had started turn defense. We're talking Gods of Destruction. We're talking Hell Just Like Easy A's. We're talking Extreme Super Battle Road. We're talking Red Zone, right? Even a few Red Zone things, right? We're talking like he could absolutely help out minus the. Think about one of the missions for the Red Zone is the GT Red Zone, where you got to face the final phase Omega with just a super class team, right? And you also got to do it within X amount of turns and super attacks. This guy could be a legitimate help for the physical class, right? Ultimately, I'm seeing a lot of huge potential units being buffed, a lot of potential categories being buffed, and a lot of people are going to breeze through some difficult events just off the back of this guy. Now, altogether, I'd say that's pretty great. Yeah, the only downside is his attack. But to be fair, with this, right, and this, you're going to want him to take those attacks. So again, it's kind of like my video on LR Piccolo. He's not offensively fantastic, right? Barely breaking 2 million, really. But again, this guy, again, both of these people, it's not about offense. It is a bit of a shame that he does nothing on his super attack effect, right? I mean, yeah, sure, raise allies' attack and defense by 30% for the turn in a unit with slot 1. Sure, I can see that. Of course, his only weakness in slot 1 is super attacks, but yeah, I mean, fine. Attack and defense by 30% is pretty decent, but it just means additionals is totally useless. If he had even anything, even just attack, just to help out with his counters, that would be great, right? So, yeah. Okay, right, so let's have a look at his links. So, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, Infighter, and Fierce Battle. You'll notice this is just 100% attack links, right? So we got key, attack, key and attack, key and attack, 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 and plenty of attacks. So the dude's getting, 20, 35, 45, but on Super, but okay, 45, 50, 55, 70. You're getting 70% attack, and you're getting, 1? So that's 1 key, it's 3 key, that's 5 key, right? Dude, you're getting like 5 key, right? And that's pretty common to get Golden Warrior. Getting 5 key, 70% attack, you are legitimately getting 10% attack and defense, fine. So you can get 10% to extra to your defense. But yeah, coming in at 100%, not bad. There's a particular LR unit, him. He is floating around that level, only because he's a counter unit. 50% chance to crit, fully built up with modern day stats on a 200% team. Yeah, dude, this is pretty gnarly. Right, speaking of teams, Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyans, Potara, Battle of Wit, Final Trump, Fuse Fighters, an accelerated battle. So, of course, there's the controversial one where should he be on Pure Saiyans? Because he is, of course, like, we can't get any more Pure Saiyans than bloody two of them fused together, right? So that's kind of something that we could talk about going into it. But ultimately, I see their point, because it's no longer Saiyans, it's actually just a joined individual, but again made of two Saiyans. Regardless, we're talking Majin Buu Saga, not as if it needs the help. There's most of the people here will be related to it. But talking like Fuse Fighters again, Final Trunk will be a huge one. Balowitz, Patara. Dude, Patara's dropped off. The last time we had a Patara update was this guy. Wasn't anything new, it was just this guy had his Easy A, right? So he's the proper lead, and he's only a 100%. But like Fuse Fighters, Final Trump, Battlewit, they all have like proper 200% teams. So again, he could be really great. Final Trump could be really good, but say Patara. Super Saiyans, sure, he's legitimate. He's a legitimate contender, right? There is there'll be some difficult events using the missions. He's going to be perfect now, purely because of his tank mode, right? Again, on all of these teams, he's going to be a top tier candidate, just based off his defensive capability. And yeah, because as I say, his only weakness is you can use him in slot one. It's just slot one super attacks on this guy. As a even like type advantage, this guy is going to suck ass. But yeah. But that being said, because of this, he is designed around 8th anniversary and future very, very difficult content, right? Currently, the versus the Shadow Dragons, the last stage hasn't come out against Sin, but he is rumored to be monstrous. So yeah, having this guy is going to be great. Okay, so of course his best partner is of course going to be STR Vegito, right? Well, that's 15, that's 20, that's 30, that's 35, and that's 50. You're going to get 55% attack. You're going to be sharing like, 2 key? You're going to be sharing 4 key, 10% defense, 55% attack. Yeah, of course, this guy as well, going to be looking pretty great. He's going to be on the lead. Patava helps out massively. A little bit trickier to get him out. You got to fall under 50% HP for 6 turns. With this guy's 4 turns under 70%. So a little easier to get this guy. Actually, yeah, that's right. A little easier to get this guy. Gogeta could be great. Again, same sort of deal. HP restriction over 6 terms, but could be huge. This guy would be a standalone Vegito that you could have, and it's super physical. Super physical. Patara, Fuse Fighters, Final Trump, Battle of Wits, sharing. Same again, like 55% attack. Pretty ridiculous. Super physical. You got Vegito Blue. Oof, damn. Both of these two, they have counters. Oof, good God. Between these two, like he has a crit build. He has a dodge build. He's a legitimate tank. He's good. He has damage reduction by 40% with some start of turns. Honestly, I could do a video comparing between these two, because he is a few years old by now. He's still legitimately great. What makes him different is his super attack effect. That's kind of what it is. He has additionals built in, and he greatly raises per additional, per super, and that's greatly raised attack and defense. But for this guy, he just reduces flat out by 80%, but only normals. This guy, he needs super attacks, but legitimately could work out, right? But both have crit counters, so it's total RNG for them. But again, super physical. You're talking like Battlefield. You got him, him. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Gotenks, right? Sure, going to be very easy. People are going to have him. He's recently just had his Easy A, right? Going to have yet to do a video on that. I think it's him. No, it's not. It's not him. It's the others. It's the AGL one. But regardless, he has an Easy A. Bit of an old Easy A. But again, super physical, right? Crits, seals, pretty powerful. Any other super physical? Oh, dude, the new, of course. Speaking of new physical, dude, of course, the new unit. And do you know who they're on? Majin Buu Saga, Final Trump, Battle of the Wits, super physical. You're going to be sharing, 20%, 25%, 40%. So you're going to be sharing 40% attack and a little bit of key. Going to be absolutely ridiculous. The main particular unit of these guys, again, you're going to be sharing something like 40% attack and several bits of key. It is truly ridiculous. Majin Buu Saga Accelerated Battle. Dude, super physical. Seriously, the introduction of this guy with the Golden Warrior link, given that all-important key, because that's pretty common amongst all of these, right? Especially like the Gogeta unit here coming in with like Golden Warrior. Dude, super physical just suddenly became quite great, because like all these units they can all rely on this guy. Like, you're going to be sharing tons of key, tons of attack. Dude, you ain't going to struggle. Of course, Patara here looks pretty great itself. It's not a problem. But like, you're seeing Final Trump, you're seeing Fuse Fighters, sure. And you'll get some overlap with Battle Wits, like these two, they're on Battle Wits, right? Sure. But ultimately, this guy's pretty great. This guy's not a problem. As I say, his only weakness is slot one super attacks. And again, you could say his only other weakness is the fact that his attack stats are going to be ass regardless, right? Because I mean, this is only 120%. His attack stats, I mean, it's not bad, but it's like there's no other way going up. He gets additional defense, not additional attack as well. Every time he gets the third hits, you get key, you get crit, you get defense. You legitimately don't do anything else. His super attack effect, this bit's nice, but nothing for himself means it's a bit of a meh. But ultimately, yeah, dodge build. I'm gonna, since it's now just like 1 stone, not 10. I probably will switch out and I'll put some items in him that will probably blend out probably just pure dodge, and then my videos will just be having him build up, because like long events and short, it's not going to matter too much because you're going to take huge amounts of hits. Because like long events, of course, you know you can take your time and you can duck and dodge between like some STR units. Take like Fight and Legend Goku GT Edition. There's a few STR units in there. The Great 8 phase would be probably this guy's very much weakest thing. The phase afterwards will definitely be his favourite. And then, of course, like in like Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, there are so many enemies per particular stage. You're gonna get hit. Again, that one might be the most scariest because you just don't know. Perhaps, I should do a video where it's Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, whatever. But the item I bring in is the Saiyan Scouter, purely just so I can see super attacks, and then I can let him duck and weave in between. Right, we get lucky on the rotations. We get lucky on enemy placements. Might just legitimately be able to stick him in and just watch him crush, whilst also kind of having a peek. So that'd be great. Speaking of like scouter effects, like this guy would probably be as probably his best partner and best friend because he has the scouter for 10 turns. So again, both of these, they do not want to get hit. This guy loses his damage reduction, and this guy flat out just doesn't want to get hit with super attacks. But that being said, when this guy pops, he is going to have a field day knowing where not to get hit. And then he could absolutely crush. Again, it's kind of like AGL Super Vegito, but this guy is probably the kind of one you want. He's actually going to be able to hit respectively hard. But that being said, yeah. Altogether, it's pretty great. Now, in terms of an SA attack, there is no free SA, I'm afraid. You are going to have to key him up, so that's fine. But that being said, I think it's pretty great. He is definitely a unit that most people need. He will age by far the most gracefully out of a lot of recent Easy A's. My phone just dropped, but yeah, and of course, so yeah, he's going to be pretty great. So he is oneforthefuture.com because he's just built that way. But yeah, so you can let me know what you think. I think he's actually pretty great. He's got a few weird bits, but they're not strictly the worst. There are way worse. But anyway, let me know what you think. I think he's pretty cool. But yes, thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, great. If you didn't, that sucks to be you. But anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.